was the issue?
And did the video. Khaled got out of there perfect and was smooth, and you know we appreciated Khaled for showing up and coming to the hood and doing the video, and you know we knew that this was gonna be one of them videos, man. Hustle brought DJ Khaled to the hood, and you know had John Legend in the other scene, so we at Wally's. And we just chopping it up about a lot of shit, man. Just, you know, making sure that we on point in security. And when we pull up, it's, you know, we like, Hustle, when you pull up to the shop, call us. He like, bro, I'm not calling you niggas when I pull up. I'm not calling you niggas when I pull up. And we like arguing and just, you know, but turn into, you know, a little bit of that, and then back to the, you know, celebrating bro. Adam's birthday, and Hustle got us the back room, and you know, family there chopping it, and just us four, and we stayed there forever, man. And when he walked out, we all walked out the back room of Wally's. I think Rivera, one of the.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
This is America's border czar, and she's
guys that filmed the video who just happened to be there. And so he see us walking out, he's like, oh, Hustle, what's up? And he like, man, what's going on? He like, bro, they just sent me the first edit of the video. And so he pulled it up, and he like, man, look at this, bro. You look amazing, bro. You about to do movies after this. Look at this shot. And so Hustle seen it, and Hustle was smiling. Hustle was happy. He seen the shots of the video. He's like, man, he's telling him like, bro, ain't no more small time shit, man. After this, nigga, your shit going out the roof. And so, you know, we was all happy and shook hands with them, and then we left. And that was the last interaction, bro.
And that was the night before?
The night before, Saturday.
And so Sunday, what was that morning like for you, Sam?
Sunday, it's regular Sunday, man. I think we had spots in the hood. So one of the spots we had a little weed spots, 24-hour spot. And I think it was my boy who usually do one of the shifts. I had to cover one of the shifts. And so I think I was in it all night. And the morning shift came in, and I ended up leaving. And so my goal was to go to the house and sleep a couple hours, and then go back to the shop and close the shop up for the rest of the night. So I'm at Granny's house. Sleep on the floor, and this phone just going crazy, man. It woke me up, and I picked the phone up, and you know, forget who called me, man. I just hear people screaming in the background, and they like, man, you know, bro got shot. So I just immediately just run out the house, and just jet out the door. My grandma was in the living room watching TV, so she seen me run out. Didn't close the door, just got in the car. My grandma's on 5th in Slauson, so the shop is maybe like 6 blocks away. So I just ran every light, every stop sign, and get there, and man, it's just going crazy, man. It's, you know, everybody screaming, and I just see bro, and I'm just, you know, it's fucked up, but bro still breathing. I think Kev Mack was like talking to him and trying to tell him, you know, breathe, stay with, just breathe, bro. So I'm looking, trying to, you know, we need to figure this shit out. So somebody had the, I think, ambulance on the phone, and everybody screaming. I was just like, man, shut the fuck up, man. It's just like, you know, take the phone, and I'm trying to talk to the ambulance. They said they coming, and they telling me, you know, I'm asking them like what do we need to be doing? And so they telling me to try to administer CPR on bro, and asking me, is he breathing? I'm like, yeah, he's still breathing, you know. And just try to do the best that we could. And finally, you know, police came and ambulance came, and they took him. And so I'm just praying, I had faith that bro was gonna be all right, and you know, then I had a lot of people shot in that parking lot, and I done drove multiple people to the hospital, and I'm like, man, if anybody make it, bro gonna make it for sure. And that was the ride to the hospital, man. Just praying, and I was confident bro was gonna be good, man. And just couldn't understand it, man. It's like the Twilight Zone after that. Everything I believed in, or my faith in, shattered. But
Did you get word, like right then? Did you follow?
yeah, followed the ambulance, and I think got out, and so I was trying to go to the doctors and ambulance. I think J-Rock, one of the ambulance told J-Rock something. He came to me. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to hear that, man. I'm trying to figure it out and go talk to them, and then go to the doctors. And then my mom and family was there, and then everybody screaming, and just walked out. It's fucked up, but
When you walked out, you knew then?
yeah. Yep. Yep. Still can't understand it, honestly. It's Twilight Zone, man. Don't understand. Shook my whole belief in whatever I believed in, and
Man,
I certainly understand that sentiment. I certainly understand that feeling. Something so life-shattering and life-changing happens to you. It can indeed shake your belief system. I know that when my mother passed, it shook my belief system. I stopped praying. I stopped believing in God. I was upset with God, all of that. I said, how can there be one if he let this happen? So I understand. I understand exactly what he means. And again, this is even more overtly traumatic for him because he's seen his brother down there on the ground, wounded, breathing barely, fighting for his life. He's seen the gunshot wounds. How many times has this played in his mind at night in the dark in his bed? For the rest of his life, I'm sure. I mean, you can see how close they were, how much they look alike, how much he cared about his brother. You can see how emotional he is. Sad, man. Sad situation, really.
and that's one of those, it's wild too because we thought we had it like rough that day.
Right.
But when we started hearing calls or we started piecing things together, man, and the first thing I thought, you started thinking about family. Of course you pop up, then I'm hearing certain things and I was like, man, was Jay there? Because I knew we had heard it was a couple people, and I was like, when I called Jay, when he didn't answer, I immediately put him there too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I would always see them together, and it's crazy because we never had a chance to talk, but I didn't know that y'all had that much conversation even the night before.
Yep.
About, man, we gotta move a little different. We gotta make sure that security's on set and, bro doing his regular routine.
Yep.
Like at home. With
I don't know, man. This shit it's just sad. It's emotional. It's sad, because when you think about it, Nipsey Hussle did not have to stay in his neighborhood. He had made enough money to make it out, to get his family out of there. You see, Blacc Sam said earlier in the interview that he was encouraging Nipsey to open up the Marathon store on Fairfax somewhere. Let's get about the hood. You see what he said? They open up the store in the hood. They having problems with the homies. The big homies coming by, first of all, trying to extort them, trying to get them to pay. That's what he just said. And then he said even when they open up the shop, open up the store, the Marathon, they having problems with the homies there. They having problems with the police. All kinds of different police. The movie industry and the regular police raiding the shop. Parking lot full of gangbangers. Nipsey trying to keep it real, give back to the community, build something in the community. He's supposed to be deified and revered in that same community that he refused to abandon, that he refused to leave. This is why people get money, get rich, and get the hell out of the ghetto. This is why they get out of there. Because if you stay so-called keeping it real, these people start getting jealous of you and hating on you, and it take you out. Your own neighborhood where you shed blood, sweat, and tears, where you grew up at, where you're supposed to be, again, revered and protected. You're supposed to be able to feel safe in your own neighborhood like you're supposed to be able to feel safe in your own home. This is his hood. He's not in the opposition hood. This is the same hood where he's giving back everything that he has to these people over here. These are the same people that took him out. I get a little bit of money, I'm out of here on y'all ass. Shit is crazy.
With that, bro, it's like, not what is the first thing that you do, man, but where's headspace, man? Because it's hard to just not, either throw it all away or give it all up.
Right.
Because we got Nip as friend, music, whatever it may be. Y'all sharing bedrooms, that's like me and my bro.
Right.
At some point, do you feel like any of this is worth it, or were you ready to throw it all away?
Oh, no, man. Not 100%, like, crash out, broad daylight, whoever. And, we start figuring out who the streets was saying it was, and, that's what the whole unit was like, where's this nigga at? And, that was the mind space at that point.
Yeah.
Aside from just dealing with, the reality, but it was just go time, man. And, they're gonna make sure the kids is good, make sure his kids is good, and make sure we keep going.
Is it as random as what the public thought it was? Like, Nip seen somebody, Eric, and talked, and...
I mean, he already got convicted, so for me, without going into too many details, somebody come to the shop. They know we in the doorway. When Hustle pull up, we in the doorway. You gonna see me with a hoodie on, and I got a pistol on me. You're gonna see one of the team members in the hoodie, in the doorway with a pistol. That's protocol when Hustle pull up. So it's Sunday, it's busy in there. Why the niggas in there didn't follow the protocol? I wasn't there, why they didn't follow it? Maybe they was fucking around helping the customer, doing some fucking customer service. This is what I'm thinking, trying to, transition into some legitimate, just selling clothes. But nobody was in the doorway. And from my understanding, old boy walked up with no shirt on first to check the scene, because he know what's going on in that parking lot. And had a conversation, probably seen nobody was in the doorways, checked Hustle had on shorts, checked everybody else, left. They say came back with a red shirt on, tiptoed through the alley, and went right and started shooting. So to me, that's premeditated. Number one, there's no red shirts in the hood. You can't buy no red shirt. No liquor store sell no red shirt. Number two, when a nigga come through the alley with a red shirt, that's the throw off, or the Bloods did it, or the Inglewood families did it, or the BPS. That's the throw off, red shirt. So for me, he felt he was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever, and he was nervous. He was supposed to.
Yeah, you heard out of the horse's mouth. This is Blacc Sam, Nipsey Hussle's brother, who said that the shooter came through, Eric Holder, without a shirt on at first. Blacc Sam says to peep the scene. He saw that the security was lax, no security in the doorway, per normal, with hoodies on and straps, like Blacc Sam would normally be the case. Like Blacc Sam said would normally be the case when Nipsey Hussle pulls up. He says that Eric Holder sees that this is not the case and sees that Nipsey Hussle has on shorts, meaning that he doesn't see a weapon, doesn't have a weapon, he's not hiding a weapon anywhere. Goes back, now puts on a shirt, a red shirt, he said, to make it seem like the Bloods did it. And then he came back and started shooting. That's what Blacc Sam just said. After saying that him and Nipsey had talked the night before about the conflict and animus that was going on in the neighborhood. And the people that were upset about him bringing DJ Khaled over, and they said, let's start tightening up security and all that. So they felt something wasn't right. Nipsey felt something wasn't right, apparently, because just the night before they was discussing this and saying, let's beef up our security and be careful out here.
To hit that alley with that red shirt immediately, but he didn't do that. He came in and he wanted to check the scene. He wanted to make sure he wasn't getting into a shootout. And that's my thoughts on it. You understand? So, and can't nobody tell me nothing about that because it just don't make no sense. It's not random, you know. I know Hustle. You know, ain't nobody gonna say nothing crazy to Hustle, because they know what come with it. No matter what age you are, niggas ain't saying nothing crazy to Hustle, wherever you find him at. But on Crenshaw and Slauson, definitely you're not saying nothing crazy. You're gonna come, you're gonna tuck your tail and be humble, and if not, you're getting beat up on the spot. And we done did it a million times. Hustle done did it a million times. So the fact that he left tell me everything I need to know. It was no argument, you know. It was no sense of threat. Because with that come, like, hey, be on deck.
Yeah,
it was none of that. It was just, you know, to me it was, let me come through, let me see what's going on, and then let me, you know, and it's broad daylight, man, and it's, you know, it's a lot of unanswered questions, man.
You don't believe he had any dialogue with Nip that day, or did anybody say he said something?
Yeah, no, they had dialogue, but it was in the mix of him coming up, talking to bro, and, you know, whatever transpired, it wasn't an aggressive dialogue. It was just maybe small talk, and then maybe people saying Nip brought something up to him.
Angel Soft toilet paper is strong and...
Okay, he may have, but it wasn't, to me that don't, whatever the dialogue was, that didn't justify, or that didn't turn into that. You know what I'm saying? He came there for a reason, and May got the reverses. I mean, he got the, you know, charges reversed, because Hustle asked him something about it and humbled him real quick. But I think you know, it's gonna come to the light.
Did you know?
So Blacc Sam is convinced that the man came there for a reason. You heard it out of his mouth. And then he just said it's going to come to the light. So he believes that someone sent Eric Holder to brutally unalive his brother. He believes this. You heard it. He believes this. And he said it's going to come to the light. That this is not right, something's not right. They had a little fake back and forth that was not aggressive. And that was just the overplay for the underplay anyway. The whole time, he had been sent. This is what the man believes. Clearly, this is what his family believes as well. That someone is behind Nipsey Hussle's death. Someone other, or someone in addition to Eric Holder.
Know Eric Holder before?
Yeah, we probably seen him a couple times when he was younger. You know, he hadn't been in the hood like that. They're saying he had some like a snitch jacket on him, or he couldn't come around. You know, me personally, Hustle, Fats, like we seen a lot of the homies raised because we at that shop 7 days a week. Mm-hmm. You know, before it was the Marathon store, when it was Slauson T, Slauson Ave, we had weed spots all in the hood. So we seen a lot of the young homies raised, from kids to teenagers to adults. We watched them. They know us. We know them. Anything we throw in the parking lot, if you from that area, if you from the 60s, if you from the 30s to the 100s, when Hustle throw something in that parking lot, you coming. From whatever it is. You in the hood, you smoking weed, you coming to our spots. He was never at any functions. He was never at any grand openings. He was never at anything Hustle was doing. He was never at any shows. It's because he wasn't good in the hood. So all this other shit niggas is talking about, I don't know it. He wasn't good, you know. He wasn't good, and he was not good, and he was not around for a reason, you know. And to that point, we didn't see him.
Hey, Sam, why was it important to you and to the family to make sure that LA had a chance, and the world really? Because I was people flying in from Japan, Germany. Why did y'all feel that you wanted to make sure that you did it at, was it Staples? At Staples Center, and take Nip, you know, through every neighborhood? Why was it important for you to share that with us? Honestly,
it was God. It wasn't, you know, it was Hustle and God, because we were just, you know, going through it. Obviously, man, we gotta get this funeral handled the right way, and we're trying to hit churches and, you know, black churches, black preachers, and nope.
They were afraid to touch it?
Determination is how Kamala Harris
fights for women's reproductive rights every day. Because she knows,
with determination.
When we fight, we win!
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Ready takes study, practice, dedication. We are ready.
So we couldn't find a venue. And so that we just like, this is crazy, man. And I think Karen Civil came and was like, we gonna figure this out. And she reached out and ended up like, man, we got the Staples Center on deck. And I think, you know, LeBron and Live Nation, you know, Rock Nation, everybody pulled their resources together and made phone calls. And, you know, after weeks and weeks of like, we can't get a venue, like, look, this is, we got the Staples for bro. And so at that point, it was like, all right, man, we gotta make sure we do this the right way for bro. And just trying to plan it, and people came and supported and helped plan it and, you know, make it happen. Definitely the family was appreciative of that. And just driving through the city, man, I think, you know, I know how much you know, the city meant to bro and how much bro meant to the city. And we like, man, we gonna drive through all of LA, through everybody hood in LA. And, you know, so much, you know, pushback, like, nah, we can't do that. Police, you know, we're not giving y'all an escort. Man, fuck y'all, we don't need y'all escort, man. You know, it's gonna be too many problems going through different people's neighborhoods. I'm like, man, we gonna go through every neighborhood in LA and nothing's gonna happen. Watch. People gonna be out there salute.
And we did, bro.
Yep, 100%.
Did you feel like you were just on automatic? Like you weren't in the moment? Did you just feel like you were just kind of floating through it?
You know, it was just, you know, hardest time in my life, and for the family and everybody, man. But, you know, it's just, you gotta follow through, man, and you know, send bro home the right way. And, you know, to this day, man, it still seemed like not real that bro was gone, but at that time, yeah, it was, you know, hard, man, you know. One thing I tell people, man, you know, I never done drugs in my life. I never thought about doing drugs because I seen, you know, I had uncles, and I always, drunk grandfather, I always was like, man, I'll never be that, you know. So I don't smoke, you know, I'm anti. It's the only time in my life that I ever just thought about like doing drugs because I can't deal with it. You know? So
make it go away.
Yeah, it's something there's no way to handle it. So, you know, didn't, but that was the only time in my mind. I'm like, okay, this is why niggas. This is when a nigga can't deal with this shit. Like, there's no way to fix this. This is hopelessness. That's the feeling at that point.
Gave us a cold glimpse into why some people turn to drugs. You know, because mentally you can't deal with certain stuff. And you feel like that stuff is going to help you, even though of course it doesn't, or if it does, it's temporary. And he's never done anything of the sort, and for the first time in his life had thought about it to deal with the pain of losing his brother. And as you can see, it's still very painful for him. He said he still can't believe that he's going. It's still very painful, which I understand that pain, man. It's sad, man. Sad interview, really. Or I feel it.
Is it kind of like the gift and the curse too, Sam, where you're reminded all the time, and that's love.
Right.
But even when you go by and you see like a mural, you know,
right,
there's no day where cause it's gonna be on you every day anyway.
Yeah.
But there's no day that it's not a video, a picture, a song on the radio, somebody rocking the merchandise, a mural, you know, that, not that becomes kind of normal to you, but how do you deal with that? One moment at a time?
Yep. I think, you know, the murals, you know, I'm happy when I see bro on the murals, you know. You know, even shirts, man, I'm happy when I see, you know, bro, because I know his goal was to inspire and, you know, that's like proof. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. That's the proof that he did what he wanted to do. You know, I used to be like, man, we gotta get to the money and, you know, get this shit. And he like, yeah, we're gonna get to the money, bro, but this shit bigger than that. So, I think,
I own Mario's Market here in Las Vegas, and I pay my taxes because it's the right thing to do. But Sam Brown wants to extend the tax break for billionaires and large corporations. I'm worried about us little guys that has the harder struggle to make it.
Look who's joining us for my favorite part of the day.
Cheerios are his love language.
My bad, bro. I think yeah, that's just a reminder, like bro lived his purpose. So it's a good thing. Hard things probably is like people trying to take pictures, and that shit never easy. Because I don't, I never been taking pictures. And so when people, like, that's the hard thing for me.
With you?
Yeah, right. That's the hard thing. Because it's like, I know that's when it's like, okay, I know why. Like, man. But obviously you you understand why, so they showing love to bro. So it's like, okay, come on. But that for me, that's the going through day, and then somebody, oh, bro, that just brings me back into the mode, like, all right. That, for me, that'll never be, I'll never be able to deal with. I'll never get used to that.
Yeah. When Nip says the marathon continues, that really means something. Either different today, or there's so much that's valid to those words, bro. Why is it important? And I mean just the work that you guys been doing collectively with keeping the brands and ownership and taking care of the kids and the family, with the marathon continues, why is that so important to you, Sam?
When I hear other people say it, marathon continues, I appreciate it. For me, I can't say the marathon continues. Just for me, I can't, because bro not here. So it's hard for me to say, but when I hear other people say it, I like it, and it'll never be the same without bro here. But like you said, man, us trying to just continue things that he started and wanted to accomplish. I think it's our duty, man. Get this documentary out, get it done correctly. Obviously his kids, my niece and nephew, make sure they understand who their dad fully was and what he did, and also, the fruits of his labor, and making sure that they have, I think is the mission. Make sure that they got everything that they need, and so I take comfort in knowing that we working and we building, and this is something that their father started, and that they have, and they're gonna take over, pass down to them.
Do you still hear Nip or any words?
Yeah, 100%, man. I hear, every second, man, every day, 100%. Yep.
Man, well, I know we're talking about the documentary that's coming, man. The legacy.
Yep.
I feel like, Sam, you've been protecting it so well. And not making sure that it didn't get into the wrong hands, that there's nothing goofy. As much as we love Nip, there's nothing like brotherly love, bro. You know what I'm saying? And, just to even get up every day is, I'm pretty sure at times it is, and I know it had to be extremely hard, because I know what loss is too.
Yep.
And man, like, bro, I really thank you for sitting down with us, man.
Come on, thank you.
And I know, like I said, when we first started off, this is something that you do.
Right.
And it took me some time to even want to, like, man, not even, I need the interview, I need to sit down, but I just wanted to talk to you, and I thank you for allowing me to sit with you and you to be this comfortable with me, bro.
Come on.
On and off, we've had a chance to talk about you being comfortable, Nip loving what we do as well, man. And I want to be a part of preserving that legacy and continuing that legacy, man. And Sam, thank you for your time, bro.
Come on, 100% Big. Since day one, you've been supporting Hustle, us. You know, we was little listening to you, so it's an honor, and you know, definitely Hustle loves you and had a lot of respect, and definitely appreciate you, all the support, and you know, 100%. I'm honored to be, you know, on this with you, man. So thank you,
bro.
For sure.
And I was talking about this box right here, man. Those boxes, when I flipped the box open I saw that I was in the box.
Right.
Bro, I showed that shit to my wife, Sam, and I was like, I know there's a billion pictures. A billion pictures, bro. And to get in that box, man, is like, you can't tell me shit, bro.
Come on, you part of the story, man. You part of the history.
Ribbon, you know what I'm saying, man? So continue, bro. And you know you got my support and my love all the time, Sam.
Come on, man. Definitely appreciate you always.
Being off air with me, bro. I appreciate and love you, man.
Come on, like.
Okay, people. There you have it. It's not out of my mouth. It's out of Big Sam's mouth himself. And he made it clear, did Big Sam, in this video. Did he not? That he believes someone sent Eric Holder to unalive his little brother. He's still emotional. He says that he believes that it was a setup, that the argument was somewhat of a ruse, that Eric Holder tried to play a game and disguise himself as a blood so as to put it off on a different neighborhood. He said that him and his little brother, Nipsey Hussle, had discussions and conversations just the night before about funk and smoke going on in the hood as it related to Nipsey. That he had brought DJ Khaled over and some people did not like that. This was the night before. And then he says that the next day, Eric Holder comes over with no shirt on at first, peeps the scene, leaves, comes back with a red shirt, empties the clip, and makes a grand escape. What's behind the death of Nipsey Hussle? There's more questions than there are answers at this juncture, but we're going to get to the bottom of it. Oh yeah, we're going to get to the bottom. We're going to get to the bottom of it. Coming up, I'm going to do a bit of an investigation, but even if I find out what really happened, I'm not going to expose it. Just to satisfy my own curiosity. What happened to brother Nipsey Hussle? That's the question. His brother believes that he was set up and that someone sent the shooter to unalive him. You heard it yourself. Is Blacc Sam right? Is he just angry? Is he grieving and angry and can't accept that there was indeed an argument and that it was the spur of the moment with Eric Holder, Shitty Loke, whatever the hell his name was? Or is he on to something? We're going to get to the bottom of it. In the meantime, stay free, people.
The inside.
Foreclose that Tristan lost. At Bold 3 Detergent Plus Fabric Softener.
I'm not going to let y'all down. I'm here for y'all as well. In the meantime, stay free, people.